Hi guys, Zahir Anwari here, co-founder of Sublime Trading, here with your daily update on the UK and US indices for Wednesday the 15th of April. If you're new to these daily updates, then I recommend starting with the recording pinned to the top of our Facebook page so you get a good idea of what I actually cover in these daily updates. Okay guys, starting with the FTSE 100, here we have our three-screen setup, monthly in the top left, weekly in the top right, and our daily chart here at the bottom. If we start with the monthly on the FTSE 100, we can see not much change. Price still finding support at the low of February 2016. The month of April so far is looking like an indecision candle. We had bearish movement, then bullish movement. Now the bears are coming back in. So we can see this is currently looking like a doji type candlestick, but we want to see how the candlestick ends the month rather than intra month. It's only the 15th, so we do have half the month still to go, so the candlestick is likely to look very different. If we move across to the weekly time frame, price is still below the 200 and the 50 simple moving averages. We had this weakness to the 5,000 round number where price found support. We've had a pullback, and we can see now following a bullish March that April so far is looking bearish. And if we come down to the daily time frame, we can see prices below the 200 and the 50 simple moving averages, and we can see so far this week weakness coming in, and that's because price has found resistance at this peak of March. So potentially a double top type formation, but that will be confirmed with a break and a close below this area of support, and then ultimately what we're really waiting for is a break and a close below the low of March to suggest a continuation of the bear trend. So at the moment, price is suggesting potentially we could be seeing further weakness, but ultimately we need price to confirm that with support levels being cleared. If momentum comes into the upside, then the next area of resistance will be the 6,000 round number, then the 50 simple moving average, and then ultimately price will then potentially move back to the 200 simple moving average. Okay, let's move into the US indices, starting with the Dow Jones. If I open up the monthly time frame, we can see that price price since the start of the year fell towards the low of 2018 and then fell further to the high of May 2015. We've then had a bounce in the month of March. Price closed above this area, and so far in April we are seeing bullishness. In terms of percentage move to the upside, we've seen a move of around 16, just over 16% bullishness so far this month. Now if we move across to the weekly time frame, we can see that the pullback has taken price above the 200 simple moving average. This is significant because this now gives price a bullish bias on the weekly time frame, and if price does continue, then the next area of resistance is the 50 simple moving average. However, looking at the daily time frame, price is below the 200 moving average and below the 50 simple moving average. So we don't have alignment between the weekly and the daily. Ideally, we want to see price above all the moving averages for a bullish bias, or below all the moving averages for a bearish bias. At the moment, price is in between moving averages. So this is really where we have no clear direction, and we want to be standing aside for now from making any decisions on positions that we want to take, either bullish or bearish. There is no clear direction, and we can see that on the S&P 500 as well. On the S&P 500, we've had a bullish move so far. So in terms of percentages, we've seen a bullish move of over 17% so far this month. Price is trading above the low of 2019, this red line, which is acting as support. On the weekly now, this is significant. Price is trading very much above the 200 moving average. We're seeing that momentum continue so far this week, but still below that 3,000 round number and the 50 simple moving average. And also on the daily time frame, price is below the 200 and the 50 simple moving average, although we are seeing bullishness come in. If price clears through the 3,000 round number and the 200 simple moving average and the 50 simple moving average on the weekly, then that's a very clear sign that we are in bullish territory. So very early days at the moment. This whole area could act as resistance, and we could see a move back to the downside. So for now, we're just keeping an eye out on which direction the indices are going. We can see something similar on the Nasdaq. Now the Nasdaq is kind of leading the way in terms of approaching the high of 2019. So if we look at this green line here, this is the high of 2019, which is the high of last year. We can see that the month of April has taken price just below that level. We've seen a bullish move of around 17%, so just under 17% so far in the month of April. Now, on the weekly time frame, price didn't break through the 200 moving average. As we know, it found support here. We've had a good move to the upside, and price is also above the 50 simple moving average. And also on the daily time frame now, we can see price above the 200 moving average and the 50 simple moving average. So really starting to see bullishness coming on the Nasdaq, particularly compared to the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones. The Nasdaq is really leading the way, and if this continues to the upside, then the other two indices are very much likely to follow. Now, if we move to the S&P 500 mini, which gives us an idea of pre-market action, we can see that price is finding, on the monthly time frame, price is finding support at the low of last year. There's been a bullish move to the upside. So far, we are seeing a bullish move in terms of where current price action open is. We're looking at a move of around 15.5%, 16% so far. Now, in terms of the weekly time frame, price is above the 200 moving average. The candlestick so far for this week is a bit of an up and down candlestick. It was looking bearish, then it was looking bullish. So far, it looks like a spinning top formation. And if we come down to the daily time frame, price is below the 200 moving average and finding resistance at the 50 simple moving average. And we can see so far price action today is looking bearish. So potentially a little bit of bearishness coming in. But remember, as always, it's the end of day candlestick that tells us what kind of what kind of price action we can expect as we move towards the end of this week. So early days so far for Wednesday, but a bearish looking start to the day so far. That's me for today, guys. Please like, comment, and share this recording. Let's get financial literacy out there. Let's get it improved. Let's get people making good investment decisions on their portfolio. And I will see you on tomorrow's recording.